ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and lovers of drones everywhere. Welcome to Thursday Night Live. Whoo, doggy. Check it out. It's Kelly Green in the co-host hot seat.
Thought I was never going to be asked back to this show.
Oh, you're back, man. People were like, get rid of Dana, get rid of Chris Rollins, bring that Kelly guy back.
Name one person who said that.
Your wife?
Yeah.
Welcome to the show. It's going to be a good old gooder. Already got some
what I'm hearing.
Super chats, as you can see up there. Thank you, everybody. Southern Rail, it went by too quickly. Anyway, we have Scottie Macpherson from Scotty Makes Stuff on the show tonight. He's got a great website. I urge you to check it out. And as the name would imply, he makes stuff. Mainly for
that guy's he's incredible.
He's a super nice guy. He's going to be on, and I will have your chance to win this fourth axis for the Osmo Pocket, along with other stuff. And Kelly's going to tell us about how he almost killed a $4,000 Matterport gizmo, and so many surprises, so much show you can't shake a stick at it. But first, right now, let's go over to our favorite sponsor. They are the Cadillac of processed meat. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Pigeon Jerky.
You'll enjoy Pigeon Jerky, the Cadillac of processed meats. You'll enjoy Pigeon Jerky, and you'll give your family a treat.
Yeah!
It's balanced nutrition to help them grow.
All right.
And it's full of fiber to make them go.
Here we go.
You'll enjoy Pigeon Jerky.
Pigeon Jerky, the Cadillac of processed meat. Yeah! Thank you, all the fine folks down at Pigeon Jerky headquarters. There is no such place. But if you're new to the stream, thank you for checking us out. If you like what you see, then please tell people. I'm not that good at marketing this show. I know it comes up in people's feeds and they're like, what? That thing was 2 hours long. I don't have time for that. But if you like it, because we try to pack so much in there, by all means, tell people. But if you don't like it, then keep your trap shut, okay? No. Kelly, what is new with you since last we spoke? What is new?
Oh, man. You mentioned, should I tell the Matterport camera story?
Yes, go ahead.
If people don't know what a Matterport camera is, it's something we use in real estate. It's a 3D, amazing 360-degree camera that costs $3,500 to $4,000. So we've got one here at the agency. And I was out at a home about 2 weeks ago and had finished scanning the inside and was packing up to leave. So I took the camera outside. It was still on the tripod. I just set it next to my car to go back inside to get the rest of the equipment to bring it out to my car. And a gust of wind came and knocked it over. And that's a $4,000 camera, knocked it over. Luckily, it landed in some landscaping. If it had hit the driveway or the sidewalk, done over. I probably would have lost my job, or it would have come out of my paycheck for the next 6 months.
Wow.
You know, we've got a lot invested in our high-tech equipment and your drones and these cameras, and sometimes we take them for granted and aren't careful enough with them.
That's very true.
Yeah.
You know, sometimes when I'm filming stuff, especially with the Inspire 2, and I'll be filming more stuff with that now that it's starting to get a little bit warmer, I forget that there's like 15 grand in there. I'm like, hey, this is great. I'm getting shot. I'm going backwards. Whoa, is that a branch?
Right.
Yeah. So, yeah, just, be careful. We all have accidents.
Or get insurance.
I highly recommend the insurance. Big stuff to get to, so let's not dilly-dally anymore. Let's go ahead and go for the news.
Stop the music. It's time for news.
Let's head over to the newsroom and say hello to our buddy, Jeff Sills. What's happening, buddy? Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
Is that Jeff Sills or is that Tex? Hey, I'll tell you what. We're gonna go over to Hopalong Jeff over in the newsroom there. What you got going on there? Yep. Ding. What's happening there, Hopalong?
Well, I had too much fun at the Houston rodeo, so I had to, wear the attire. So
Yeah, okay.
so
By the
if any
way,
of you guys-
Jeff's not sitting on a cherry. He's sitting on a big square of hay. Ding.
All right. So if you guys had noticed over the past couple of days, there's been a lot of issues with the internet. Facebook got murdered yesterday, and Google and some other channels had taken some hits the day before. And apparently there was some serious DDoS attacks that were flowing around. This is a digital attack map. You can go out to the website called digitalattackmap.com.
Oh my goodness, that looks bad.
Shows this stuff live, and it refreshes it every few minutes, and you can sit there and see all of the different attacks going on. So that was a photograph taken from yesterday.
Man, that looks like what was that movie from the 80s, Kelly? Do you want to play a game?
War games.
Where it looks like war games or the like missile tracks or something.
Matthew Broderick,
That's right.
Absolutely.
What year was that? It was the 80s something, wasn't it?
83 maybe.
We're old.
Having to protect ourselves from the evil Whopper.
Yeah. Sorry, millennials that are watching. I am old, outdated movie reference guy. Back to you.
All right, back on track. We'll start this off. This is, I guess, a little bit more dark from my particular tastes, but it is news. So, a 37-year-old man was recently killed trying to retrieve his drone. He and his brother apparently had crashed the drone near a forest park in Atlanta or in Georgia. And in the process of trying to retrieve the drone, they inadvertently touched power lines with the pole they were trying to use to get the drone down. One of the brothers was killed. The other brother survived the incident. So this is, I guess, an example of, these drones, they're expensive, and we love them to death, but it's not worth your life.
Definitely not.
And we've seen in the news on this show several times that if you call the utility companies, they'll come out and they'll take the drones down for you in some cases. So
yeah, they will. There's other ways to do it. Just do be careful. But now how are we going to transition into another story, because that's very sad. Let me just thank someone. Let me thank Mike Brown for his super chat. He says, "Ken, I'm your favorite and maybe your only scroller. Send me a drone pilot sticker, please." Yes, I have stickers. This is a good time to talk about stickers. I've got eyeballs for your drone. If you put these on your drone, the birds will think it's another bird and they won't run into your drone. Guaranteed. I've got vanilla and chocolate, large and small. I got all sizes for you. So remember, if you have one of these stickers on your drone and a bird smashes into it and crashes it, Kelly Green will buy you a new one.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Guaranteed.
Guaranteed.
Yeah.
And he's not the only scroller, by the way. I am a very fond scroller for your videos.
Well, thanks. If you don't know what scrolling is, in my videos, in all of my videos, if you go to the description, a lot of you may not know that there's a description that describes the video. If you scroll down there, I always put an interesting link down the bottom of there. So check that out. Now we have more scrollers. Hopefully. Yeah.
All right. So to transition the news, we'll talk about fixed wing drones, right? The navies and stuff are starting to use fixed wing drones. And the problem is that most of the ships, the destroyers, et cetera, don't have the means of having one of these drones come back and land. And so a group of Norwegians have put together a plan on being able to capture one of these fixed wing drones by using multi-copter drones like what we fly.
Okay, so what we're seeing here is a string between two drones catching a fixed wing plane. Is that right?
Yeah, it's a line catch system that was demonstrated in this video that allows them to recover the fixed wing drone using multi-engine drones.
Oh, what could go wrong with that?
Nothing.
Nothing.
Perfectly safe.
This is great, but you'd think that people can work out all of this engineering, would figure out how to do a landscape shot of it. I'm just saying. just saying. Not trying to throw shade or anything.
I'm not thinking that was taken by them. I'm pretty sure that was a bystander. So
Okay. And by the way,
DJI's in the news.
hold. That's what that sound effect means. We've got from the Norwegian dude a super chat, 500 NOK. What is that? Is that Norwegian currency?
I looked it up.
Yeah.
It's 34 cents American.
Is that for realsies? Well, anyway, we appreciate that. It looks like a lot. Thank you. Go easy on Kelly tonight, as he has a bad karma. Yes, he does. For those who don't know, Kelly Green here, and this is the look of a man who pilots a GoPro Karma, and he uses it in his business. He's a real estate drone operator, photographer, and he actually uses the Karma. And it's still working, is it?
It is doing very well. It is rock solid. In fact, and I don't want this to turn into a GoPro commercial.
Yeah.
But right now at GoPro.com, they have refurbs for $299.
Is that right?
I'm thinking about buying a second one, a backup.
Oh, that's great. Here, I think I have their commercial. We can share that. Here's the commercial.
Okay.
Yeah. Here's the commercial that Kelly himself shot. This is him using the Karma. Yeah. Get a second one. That's a wise decision. And now back to the news.
DJI's in the news. They have announced recently that 9 of their drone models now comply with the Transport Canada regulations that have been put in place for June 1st of this year. This is the new regulatory framework that Canada has for civilian drone operations.
Oh, okay.
So the DJI drones that this includes is the Matrice 600, 200, the 200 V2s, the Inspire 2, the Mavic 2 series, Mavic Air, Mavic Pro, Spark, and Phantom 4 series.
Okay, very good. By the way, Jeff, a lady just walked by. So what does a fine Texan do with his hat when a lady walks by? Ma'am. There you go.
All right. So the police department in Murraysville decided that it would be a great idea to catch 2 vehicle thieves using their drone.
A state-of-the-art police drone. Here's how it all began.
A little bit after 4 a.m. this morning, we received a call concerning a vehicle accident on Route 22. The witness had called, stated that there were 2 males that ran from the vehicle after the accident.
The 2 suspects, 18-year-old Zymir Wilson and 20-year-old Michael Lipovic. After totaling the car, investigators say Wilson and Lipovic headed for the woods. Hoping to use the pre-dawn darkness to escape the law, the duo moved quietly through the woods, undetected, or so they thought.
So this is one of those cases where, we had eyes in the skies, if you would call it that. That was able to help us zero in on the suspects.
Able to travel at 40 miles an hour and equipped with high-definition and infrared cameras, Murraysville police deployed their drone. It quickly picked up 2 human-shaped heat signatures now running through the woods at the top of this hill beside Route 22.
And those 2 objects turned out to be the 2 suspects involved.
Using the drone to position officers, tired of running, the 2 surrendered to the waiting Murraysville police.
Yeah, you kind of knew it was over when there was a drone on them. They realized that they were done.
Wilson and Lipovic face multiple felony theft and conspiracy counts.
So that's cool. I've never seen a Mavic used in that way. I mean, it's kind of a small drone to be gluing a whole bunch of FLIR cameras on there and everything, but it works.
Well, and it's interesting because, the Enterprise system has the FLIR, but they've gone and modified that one with an aftermarket, which is actually pretty cool. It makes them feel like Batman.
Yeah, you know what else is pretty cool? Mike Brown says that 500 NOK is just over $58 in United States money. So, man, thank you so much. I almost said real money when I said United States money. Wouldn't that'd be a really mean American thing to say? The rest of the world is in Celsius. I'll tease Greg from Australia. He'll be like, man, it's really cold here. It's like 2 degrees. And I'm like, what's that in real degrees? Sorry, rest of the world. I know. So
the police department, of course, they probably enjoyed their drone feeling that like Batman. The next story fills right in with that, with a flying drone that was actually, I guess, developed using the idea of bats.
Okay. And what have they done with that?
This particular drone has the ability to clip onto and hang onto things using these legs, but it also can grab a hold of items with the legs, all 3 legs at once, and then flip upside down and hang, I guess, inverted, as one of the examples that they did.
Okay. And why?
The purpose of this is to allow the drone to get into a position where it doesn't have to use as much power. It can go into a rest position and basically sit there and use a quarter of the energy that it would normally use, giving it a longer time in flight in case they needed to redeploy the drone, that sort of thing.
Okay. I'm just trying to think of practical applications for this.
Well, this is one of those times where they've gone and invented something just because it was cool to invent, and allowed other people probably to come along in the future and apply it to a particular genre.
Look at that. That's kind of, I think I might be scared if I saw that happening.
If your drone needs to rest, is it really a good drone?
You missed it, though, because what's really cool about that video is when it flips upside down, it then comes back up and takes off again. And I thought that was what was really cool, was it actually righted itself afterwards.
Yeah, I heard that that they're programming the Karma drone to do that. But they don't have to, because it already flips upside down all on its own for no apparent reason.
By the way, Droning Harry on the chat said he would pay me to let you shoot it out of the sky. He would pay me to let you do that.
Will you let me do it and film it in slow motion?
That's what he said. That's what in slow-mo. The question is, how much would he pay me?
How much is the drone worth?
$299.
I tell you what, if you donate it to a school or something on your taxes,
right,
then I can shoot it. You can donate it to the school of Heron. Heron U.
Heron U.
Yeah.
So, again,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Jeff. Another lady just walked by.
Oh.
Ma'am. All right.
All right. So to continue on with the news, our all-time favorite guys that drive us nuts, the Drone Racing League, those other people that fly drones that don't have cameras on them like what we do, they are now getting their, I guess, place in the sun because they are getting the opportunity to bring their Drone Racing League to NBC and to Twitter.
That is awesome.
Tell us about why the move to shift from ESPN to NBC and Twitter.
You know, the Drone Racing League has had 3 incredible seasons, and we've focused primarily on being on linear broadcast. But I'd say the number one piece of feedback we've gotten from our fans is that they wanted our content available on a streaming platform. NBC really is sort of the home of motorsports here in the U.S., so it's incredible to bring our racing sport to that network that has such a heritage with the field. By the way, whenever I see a newscast and they're scrolling the Wall Street stuff, and I see DJI, I think, oh, is that the drone people? No, it's the Dow Jones Index. Every time I see DJI, I think, oh, it's the drone, but no, it's the Dow Jones Index. Just a little quick aside.
BRP in the chat is actually correct. You are supposed to take your hat off. Whoop,
oh.
For a woman.
Oh, okay.
And then put it back on, not just tip it. So,
okay.
Correction there.
Okay, there's another lady walking by.
Oh yeah.
Ma'am. Okay. I think in that way you do, you go.
You need a suction sound trying to get this thing off
you go, ma'am, right? Like that? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Was it a suction cup? See if you can.
Got this band inside of it that
See
sits there, grabs a hold of your head so it doesn't flip off.
All right, put it on and then yank it off real quick, and we'll be quiet. No, do it quicker. I want to hear the suction. I thought I heard it. I thought I heard it.
Here, it's all fabric.
Yeah, can you do it again? Yeah, go ahead and do it one more time. One more time. Okay, I thought I heard it that time. Oh, Metro Drones, thank you. Another super chat. Howdy, everyone. Nice hat. There you go.
By the way, did
All
we
right.
miss Arthur Pettit, $25 super chat? We may have missed that one earlier.
Oh, did we? Thank you,
Pettit,
Arthur.
25.
Thank you, Arthur.
I gotta give Arthur credit.
Yeah.
Very good.
All right, so last in the news, in the Bahamas in 2017, at least 7 people were bitten by sharks. Recently, a video has come out of a drone pilot that was flying his drone and noticed a boy frolicking in the water near some sharks.
This is incredible video. Check this out. Just a beautiful day. Crystal clear water. Think I'll go for a swim here. Uh-oh, what's this? Uh-oh.
Oh, wow.
He doesn't see them! No! There's 4 of them. Oh, man. That kid would be an hors d'oeuvre to them. That wouldn't even be enough.
That's really shallow water, too. That was, what, maybe 2 or 3 feet?
Yeah, and the credit goes to the drone pilot because when he saw them using the drone, he started screaming at the boy to get out of the water, and that's what prompted the boy to run out of the water when you saw him.
But he didn't stop tracking him with his drone. He's like,
No.
Run! Wait, I got it in frame. Run, kid! Run, kid! Let me get it. You know.
Camera people
But
at heart.
that kid was
It's a
under.
million views.
I mean, it's okay now that he's okay, but that part where he went under, he could have turned right instead of left and been a morsel. Wow.
Pretty amazing video. So that's what I got for you guys in the news. As always, please check out the Drone Wiki site and a drone book as well. Dump a bunch of news in there as well.
Okay, very quickly, give us an update on your drone projects. I know you have a Franken drone you're working on, and what else?
Well, of course, I've got Ken's drone that I've got to repair. I have all the pieces for it, so I got to sit down and just start, I guess, assembling it. And then I still have Art's drone project that he gave to me, Art Carlson, with building the fabric out of a Phantom 4 or Phantom 3 Professional that was sent to us.
Okay, very good. Oh, there's another lady just walked by you. Ma'am. There you go. Thank you, Jeff.
Thank you, sir.
See ya.
We hope you enjoyed the show.
And that's it for the show. No, that's the wrong one.
Thanks for stopping by. Now get out.
All right. Now it's just back to us. Thank you very much, Jeff. There's so many buttons to push.
Now what do we do?
Now what we do is very quickly, before we bring on Scottie Macpherson.
I'm excited about him.
Yeah, Scottie Macpherson is in Australia, and he makes stuff. In fact, he has a website called ScottieMakesStuff.com. You should check it out. There's a link in the description. If you can't remember, ScottieMakesStuff.com. And there's something else that he makes, along with the 4th axis for the Osmo Pocket. He made this case for the Osmo Pocket.
Nice.
You just put it in there, and then the top goes on, just like that. And it has the all the screwy things. You can put it on a tripod. You can everything in the GoPro universe. Yeah, it's a very cool thing. We'll have him on here in just a minute. But first, just a quick aside for those who don't know, Kelly here was my morning show partner for many years. We started back in like 1993.
93 in Lufkin, Texas.
Yeah, and then there was a 23-year hiatus where you didn't talk to me or something. No, that's not true. We kept in touch, and then we started working together again just a few years ago, back in 2013 or 14.
Yeah, in Tennessee. We went from West Virginia. We went from Texas to West Virginia, hiatus, and then back together in Tennessee.
Right, and then he left me again and went and did real estate, where he flies his GoPro Karma. Apparently, flying his GoPro Karma is more fun than hanging out with me.
It's so much easier to fly a drone for 8 hours a day than do radio for 14 hours a day.
That is true. That is true. But we did have some fun, and one of the things we did was a thing called Taste Test Tuesday, where every Tuesday we'd bring in something for each other to try, something new. And there was one day where there was an attempted murder.
One day? You just counted one day? You try to kill me every week.
Do you want to tell them about the toe?
You know, people still stop me on the street. People still bring that up. I was at work today, and somebody brought up the toe of Satan.
Really?
Ken tried to kill me with this sucker called the toe of Satan. And I guess it's like the hottest sucker in the history of the world, and it can actually hurt you. I mean, there's some danger involved in this.
Yeah, it's like 9 million on the Scoville scale.
So he brought it in one morning. I don't know where he got it. I guess he ordered it from Amazon, and I almost passed out. I almost threw up. I almost keeled over. And you'll see it in the video. I start sweating, just standing there breaking out into a sweat.
See, I think we remember it differently. I remember it as being hilarious. And you remember it as surviving by the skin of your teeth.
Barely.
Well,
I remember right after it happened. Remember my mom calls and said, "Are you okay? Don't do that
that's right.
again."
Well, you be the judge. Here is me trying to kill Kelly on our old morning show called the Kelly and Ken Show.
Sir?
Yes?
This is the toe of Satan.
What?
That is the toe of Satan. I saw that and I thought, Taste Test Tuesday, baby. Yes, it's just my toe, no big deal.
Oh, no. Oh.
It's a toe lollipop. Read the box, Kelly Green.
From the Flamethrower Candy Company comes possibly the hottest candy on the planet. Do you dare attempt to conquer this uniquely shaped, sinister lollipop? Is nothing hot enough for you? The toe of Satan has been spawned from a devastating 9 million Scoville unit Hellfire chili extract, so you know it's going to be hot. Can you survive 5 whole minutes of intense heat? No, I don't think I can.
The toe of Satan.
This is going to be sad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it really does look like a toe.
Yeah.
With a toenail and everything.
Toenail. Yeah. How long do you think you can leave it in
How
there?
much will you give me if I can leave it in my mouth for 1 minute?
How much would I give you?
Yeah. Would you buy me lunch?
I'll buy you lunch and I'll let you keep the toe of Satan.
Here we go.
All right.
Drum roll, please. The toe of Satan. Going in. Now!
You getting anything yet?
Mm-hmm.
Are you?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's 10 seconds. What's it like? Is it hot? Oh, you are at coming up on 30 seconds. 30-second mark. You can go a whole minute? What? You can... What?
Burning my tongue.
Oh. You have 15 seconds left for a whole minute. By the way, I told...
That's it.
That's it? Oh. Does it have any flavor other than hot? Is it bad, dude? Do you have any water?
This close.
That close?
To throwing up.
Really? Throwing up? Is that the worst thing I've ever given? Dude.
Got the hiccups.
Oh my goodness. Water doesn't help. Does it? It's only milk that helps. Milk is the only thing that will stop the burn. I should have brought some. My bad.
Dude, I'm not doing good.
Really?
Oh.
Are you okay?
Not really.
I'm sorry.
I'm really not good.
Somebody please bring some milk.
I mean, quickly.
I'll give you a brownie brill.
I'll give you $10.
$10. Please bring milk to the radio station. Oh. I'm so sorry.
Now, I have to apologize again for that, but every time I watch it, I howl laughing.
Now, there's rumor and speculation that was payback from a 1993 incident where you agreed to bungee jump live on the air. When you got to the top, you decided, no, I'm not going to do this, and then I pushed you.
You did.
Was this payback for that?
I'll never tell.
Come back. Come back.
Yeah, Kelly pushed me off a crane.
That's a true story.
I think that's worse.
was the greatest moment of my life.
It was the only time I said a bad word on the air. I had a bag phone strapped to me. And I said the S word all the way down. I went, the whole way down. Anyway, all right. So lots and lots of really cool videos today. We're going to have a viewer visit. The viewer video of the week involves a couch, and it's beautiful. You wouldn't think that it could be, but it is. And I got some really interesting viewer mail that we'll get to. But first, let's go ahead and try to derail the show by bringing in Scottie Macpherson from Scottie Makes Stuff.
Do I need to tell a joke while you're bringing him in? Because I've got one.
And now here is Kelly Green with a joke.
Guy walks into a bar with a set of jumper cables. Bartender says, "Buddy, I'll serve you as long as you don't start anything."
That's wonderful. Now let's see if our guest is here. Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Australia, it's Scottie Macpherson! Hey, welcome to the show, my friend.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Hey, thanks for taking time to be with us, and thank you for all the cool stuff that you make.
It's my pleasure.
Yeah. So the website is ScottieMakesStuff.com, and let me see. Here it is. Here's your website right here. And you make all kinds of things, not just stuff for cameras. I mean, you've made some stuff for pets. I mean, you 3D print all kinds of things.
That's right, yeah. Well, that's where I started. I was just sharing my stuff on Thingiverse. I was making things like a dog-proof cat feeder because my sister's dog was actually getting fat, eating all the cat's food. So I made a feeder that the dog, Sasha, couldn't actually get her paws into, and only the cat, because they have smaller paws, could actually get the food out. So,
that's brilliant. Was that a bestseller?
Well, it didn't sell because it was free.
Oh,
but it's very popular. Yeah.
Oh, okay. On Thingiverse. Okay,
yeah.
I see. But you're not putting these cool fourth axis designs on Thingiverse.
Originally, they were the original models were on Thingiverse, but then we had a friendly company from China decide to copy them, so we ended up stopping sharing our stuff on Thingiverse, unfortunately, because of that.
Okay, now these are 3D printed, but they are just such good quality items that you're making. Are you using regular machines? I know just about nothing about 3D printing technology, but let me just show very quickly here. This is the case that you make, and it's got like this padding stuff inside, this felt, and I mean, this is quality stuff.
We call that flocking.
I'm sorry, what?
That's not a swear word. We call that flocking.
Well, it's flocking wonderful, and I flock and appreciate it.
It is. Yeah. We've been doing a lot of flocking around here lately, actually.
I bet. Now, see, there's a T-shirt opportunity.
Yeah, there is. Yeah.
ScottieMakesStuff.com, the best flocking products online. There you go.
Totally.
Yeah. So what kind of machines do you have? Is it just
look, we've got
stuff?
a big range of machines. Your viewers might be familiar with the Prusa i3 Mark III. That's a very common machine. It's actually won the best 3D printer for the last few years, and we've got a whole we call it a farm of 3D printers of Prusas, and we've also got a number of other. We've got a stack of different types actually. We've got all big ones, little ones, all sorts.
Okay, and what you sent me was a couple of these fourth axis for the Osmo Pocket. How long does it take for you to manufacture one of these items here, as I put the Pocket in here and demonstrate?
Well, my robot slaves do most of the work, but like if you consider the actual printing process takes somewhere in the vicinity of around for the case version that you've got there takes around about 8 to 9 hours in total from woe to go, and then we've just got to process it at the end of it and put it all together.
Wow! So this thing that I'm holding took 8 hours to make.
Yeah, but that's robot slaves, of course. They only go off about 1 or 2 cents an hour, so that's okay.
Oh, okay. And then what else do you have to? You're not printing the metal spring, and then you have to assemble it and all that stuff.
Yeah, the assembly is the thing that takes the most time. Like that's the one of the biggest costs to us is the assembly process.
Okay. Well, I have to tell you that I was actually surprised as to how well made these are. You put a lot of thought into these, and I'm gonna give someone an opportunity to win this one.
Excellent.
And it folds away, and it snaps together shut, and you can leave the pocket in there. I'll go ahead and demonstrate that. So you turn it on like this, and it's on, and that's really, I mean, the fourth axis is so important to all cameras. You know, you can have a 3-axis gimbal, and you still get that up and down movement when you're walking. It's kind of distracting. And now you're making them for cameras other than just this little one. You're making big ones. Yeah.
Well, that's where we started. We're making them for larger cameras, and I mean that's actually how the whole process started. I was actually making it for myself. I had a friend of mine who were entering into a Kickstarter campaign, and we needed to do some filming. So rather than spending the thousands of dollars on expensive camera equipment, I made it myself. Wow. And then I shared those designs on Thingiverse, and the rest is history, so to speak. That's how it sort of all came about. It was I guess. So
what I'm showing right now, this is a different kind of fourth axis gimbal that maybe not a lot of people are familiar. This is a two-handed model. How long does something like this take to create?
The Glider Pro 3 it would take in the vicinity of around about a day and a half to 2 days total printing time. So yeah, but like I said, those robot slaves are very cheap. So that's good.
I'm just fascinated with this. So what kind of volume output do you have? You know, I'm sure there's people watching that are interested in these sorts of things, and if everybody bombarded you with requests, what kind of backlog do you have as far as getting these to the people?
Well, currently that we have a backlog, and that's on the Osmo Pocket stabilizers, and the reason we've got the backlog is because we're waiting for springs to arrive from overseas, and they were meant to arrive today actually, but they haven't yet arrived. So hopefully on Monday. We've got a lot of people waiting on our first batch to go out. So, but as far as volume is concerned, we're only a small company at the moment, but we are actually bringing on more 3D printers on a monthly basis.
Yeah, this is fascinating to me. You know, if you have, and this is a Zhiyun Crane 2 that you're showing here?
Yeah, that's correct.
Yeah, and now you have models for all kinds of stabilizers.
That's right. Yeah, basically we've got a modular system that allows you can have the same set of handles, and you can attach virtually any type. Probably about 99% of the handheld gimbals out there will work with our system. But we do have specific models, like for instance for the DJI Ronin S, which has a non-spherical, non-cylindrical handle, and same with another one called the Moza Air 2, which is a non-cylindrical handle.
Okay, yeah, this is something this is gear that will turn your 3-axis gimbal into a full Steadicam pretty much. It's amazing the difference in video. So somebody's watching right now, and they're like, "Man, I got to have one of those for my Osmo Pocket." Where do they go? They go to your website and just order it?
Yeah, they just come to Scotty Makes Stuff, and they'll order. It is a pre-order. It'll take about 4 weeks, or we're trying to shorten that time frame, but just to be on the safe side, we're saying 4 weeks before we'll be delivering them.
Okay. Kelly, you got any questions?
Yeah, I do for Scotty. By the way, hi, Scotty. My name's Kelly.
Hi, Kelly. Sorry about the foot fetish you had with that Satan's toe.
Is that what it was? That explains it.
Yeah, that's it.
I don't know much about copyrights and trademarks, but eventually DJI, if they haven't already, is going to see your fourth axis for the Pocket. If they do something very, very similar, which I got to believe they will, do you have a claim to that, or how does that work?
Look, we had a design claim on the original design, and that wasn't good enough to protect us. We really need a patent to give us proper protection. But obviously, a lot of companies overseas are just getting around it and ignoring patents. But the Chinese government is cutting down on a lot of that happening. But it tends to be probably a small proportion of getting stopped. But we keep innovating. We keep coming since the version that we made two versions ago, and that was the one that was copied and sold very cheaply around the world. We've come up with two newer versions since then that stabilizes at least 40% better than the original one that was copied. So we just keep innovating, and if they want to try and keep up with us, they can. But we're going to keep coming up with good products that our customers like.
What's something that's super secret that's in the works right now that you can share with the exclusive viewers of TRL?
Yeah.
TNL.
TNL.
It's just
TNL.
between us. There's not many viewers, is there?
No, nobody's watching this.
Look, we've got a few things in the works. We've got a Pro Carbon, which is a high-end stabilizer. But we've also got a number of new. I mean, all the Pocket users will like this, but we've got about 3 or 4 new Pocket accessories, slightly more advanced accessories that take other fittings. That, for instance, so you can use a Wi-Fi adapter with your Pocket, so you don't need to have cables going from your Pocket to your phone and all that kind of thing.
Okay.
So
very good. Well,
it probably means a lot more to the Pocket users out there. So, but they're the things that we've got cooking away in the background. But we are very busy at the moment with the current pre-orders, getting them all organised.
Yeah, and I think I've ordered a dozen things, and those are priorities, right?
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, you get your 1, 2, 3 to 10. Yeah.
Okay. Arthur Pettit, thank you for the $25 super chat. Thank you so much. Did I miss any others? Mel.
400 AGL.
400 AGL. Do you offer the files for sale so that people can print them themselves? I don't know if you do that. Do you do that?
Yeah. I do sleep better at night now that I don't do that, unfortunately. I mean, I wish the world was a different place, and I was able to work just simply designing stuff, because I love designing stuff. That's what gives me my most satisfaction in life. But people just keep stealing designs and selling them for their own benefit. So if someone decided to pay me a small fortune to design for the rest of my life, I'd be very happy, and I would share them with everyone.
How does that work very quickly? The patents. If you get a patent in Australia, does that cover the world?
No, it does and it doesn't. If you want to protect yourself, you really need to get a patent in China. And there's a few different types of patents. It's actually kind of complicated and probably not something that the average viewer here would actually.
And the reason why you want to get one in China is because China's the one who's stealing all the stuff, and they're the only ones that are going to honor it, right?
That's correct. Yeah. 99% of the stuff that's being copyrighted is copied is coming out of China.
That's unfortunate, but even though it does take a while for people to take delivery on your products, we can do a very fast product giveaway right now. Let's go ahead and do that.
Hey, we're giving away more junk,
and it's certainly not junk, but that's the only song that the jingle singers know. So, gonna give this away, and what do you call this again? This is the one.
That's the Pocket Micro 4th axis with case.
With case. Okay. So somebody's going to win this. And by the way, Scotty, if you know the answer to this question, don't blurt it out.
Okay. I'll try.
All right. And if you don't have an Osmo Pocket and you win this, then you're going to just have to buy an Osmo Pocket, because this is really cool thing. All right. So I have a question. And the first one to get it correct in the chat will win. before we do this, I want to make sure that everyone is watching the chat correctly. You can choose top chat or live chat. If you are looking at the chat with top chat, you're going to miss some of the messages. So switch over to live chat and you'll see all of them. Okay? So there's no dispute, and I will go back later and double check the winner. So here is the question. We're talking about 3D printing. So for the fourth axis stabilizer for the Osmo Pocket from ScottieMakesStuff.com, the question is, what is the name of the type of 3D printing that uses a rotating volume of photosensitive resin? It builds all the layers simultaneously. First correct answer wins. I will repeat it. What is the name of the type of 3D printing that uses a rotating volume of photosensitive resin? First correct answer wins. Scotty, do you know the answer?
I do, sort of. It's got a number of names, but whether it's the name that you have, it's a good question.
Okay, well, I'm only going to accept one. And no acronyms.
Oh, my God.
Sorry, you're going to have to spell it out.
The acronyms are showing up like wildfire.
Yeah, they are. Somebody just said flocker, because that's a fun word, and that's not the answer either. What type of plastic do you use in your products?
We use a number of different plastics. They're generally they're not the stock standard sort of plastics that people tend to use in 3D printing. We have what we call improved polymers or engineered polymers, or they're a combination of one or more polymers to assist in greater strength or greater toughness.
Okay. And by the way, just to let everybody know, it's not stereolithography. There's a lot of answers to that. This is a 3-word name. Have you seen it yet, Kelly?
Have not. Should you repeat the question?
Sure. Okay. The question is, what is the name of the type of 3D printing that uses a rotating volume of photosensitive resin? It prints all the layers simultaneously in liquid. Anybody get it yet?
Not yet.
This is cutting edge stuff. Cutting edge.
Come on, people. This is a softball question if there ever was one.
I think somebody just said supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Wow. People are making up words now. And now, Alexa, tell me a joke.
Did you hear about the ceiling fans that fell in love?
No.
They had a whirlwind romance.
Scotty, do you know any jokes?
Gee, that's a tough one. I know I'm not allowed to swear on air, so that pretty much cuts out about 99%.
Oh, so all your jokes are dirty. Nice. I think I like you already.
We're Australian. Come on.
Yeah, that's right.
Somebody on the chat asked me if I know the answer. Yes, I do, but only because Ken gave it to me.
Should I give a hint? I'm going to have to at this point. Oh,
maybe
wait.
give it the first word.
Wait a minute.
Hold on.
Stop the presses.
I think someone got it, and the winner...
Tony Stagg, is that how you say it?
It looks like, Tony Stagg is the answer. Scotty, is that correct?
That's correct, yep.
Okay, and the name of the process is computed axial lithography, and here's a little explanation about that process. This is absolutely fascinating. We're living in the future with this stuff. Scotty, is this the future of 3D printing?
It is, yeah. It's one of the futures. I think everyone's sort of moving along at 1 million miles an hour to come up with the latest and greatest. But it actually is a more advanced version of SLS printing. That's something that I used at university about half a lifetime ago.
Yeah, and this can, like, if you take a metal screwdriver core, you can print the handle around it.
Yeah, that's right.
That's how cool this is.
Wow.
It's still in its infancy, but this is Star Trek technology, man. That's
right.
We are living in the future. Wow. That is fascinating. Yeah. All right. Well, Scotty, as we do with each and every one of our guests, we do a thing called Would You Write It congratulations to Tony again, by the way. Make sure you email me, Tony, and you can do that here. KenHeronUpload@gmail.com. If you want to send me a video for Viewer Video of the Week, if you made a cool video that you think people on Thursday Night Live would like, go ahead and share a streaming link with me. Don't send me a huge honking file because my computer goes, no, I won't have any of that. So this is the Would You Write It for this week. And have you seen this before, Scotty?
Yes, I have. Yep.
Okay, good. For those who are new, I try to pick these contraptions that people are inventing for people to actually ride, usually a quadcopter of some sort that will slice and dice you. But this time, it's something a little bit different. This guy was on Shark Tank with his wingboard, Aaron Wisnowski. And one of the people on Shark Tank was Richard Branson. He was impressed with this. I know I said his name wrong. But basically, you're snowboarding in the sky.
When it's got the shoes glued to the device, that's always a bad sign. Isn't it, right off the bat?
Right. And nobody's actually ridden this thing for real yet. They're doing wind tunnel testing, and they have little dummy mannequin toys that are flying in the sky. So here's the question. Would you ride it? And I'll go ahead and get to you first. Scotty, would you ride that thing?
No, I wouldn't. That looks like the contraption out of Spider-Man Wasp.
Yes.
Guy.
What was the name of the Green Goblin?
Green Goblin. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
That's right. The Green Goblin rode one of those. Yeah, that's ridiculous. I think it's fun to dream, but
it's got hairs on it.
Yeah.
If you had to eat the toe of Satan or ride that for 20 seconds, which would you do?
I would quite happily suck on the toe of Satan.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gary Hedges says nope. Ken Duke says nope. Phantom Flight 101 says no. Florida Boy says 100% yes, and I think that's because he's a teenager and he doesn't know the physics or reality of the world yet. Yeah, all right, whatever. I'm made of rubber. I'll live forever. People over 40 years old, they know. When I was 6 years old, my parents were freshly divorced, and so I was flying back and forth between Texas and Pennsylvania. And when I was 6 years old, I'm like, "Yay, plane! Woo, ride the plane!" You know. But then as I got older, I'm like, "Okay, stuff can go wrong on this," and I started learning about how planes work. And that's when I was like, "Plane, I'm on a plane," you know. Anyway, yeah. Mark Peters says yes. Robo Air says I would. Eric Swanson, nope and nope. So I guess the general consensus is no. Kelly?
Not a chance. No way.
Awesome. All right. Well, Scotty from Scotty Makes Stuff, thank you so much for being on the show. We really appreciate it.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
Ken.
For your time.
Thanks, Kelly.
Thanks, Scotty. Nice to meet you, man.
Make sure
Nice
that
to
you
meet you
go
too.
to the link in the description, and if you want any of the products, go ahead and order it early because it does take a year or so to print. Awesome. Thank you, sir.
Not quite.
All right.
All right.
See you, bud.
Bye-bye.
All right, bye. Well, he was a nice guy, wasn't he?
He's awesome, man. That dude impresses me.
I'm always impressed with Aussies.
By the way, Drona C on the chat says you ought to give away a toe of Satan next week on the show. There may be some ramifications and legalities with something like that.
How can you sign a waiver online?
Too many things could go wrong.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can kill your best friend and radio morning show partner, but just to give one away to a stranger, that's too risky.
That's where I draw the line.
Right.
Yeah. All right, so let's get into the videos. This first one is from Dennis Cuevas. I'm sure I'm saying that wrong. Arthur Pettit. Now he's doing it again. You keep interrupting the show with money, Arthur. You got to stop it. That's just rude. Here I was about to.
Don't do that some more.
Yeah, I was about to show a video and talk, and then here's you interrupting me with money again. It's just plain rude, my friend. And we love you for it. Thank you so much. This is from Dennis. Last name withheld because I can't pronounce it. Finally, a beautiful sunset to fly in. Flying the Mavic tonight was wonderful. Putting this video together gave me a bad case of the feels. Have you ever had the feels?
It's teenage talk.
Yeah, I think I needed penicillin for that once in
My
college.
daughter says that.
Oh, does she?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is that millennial speak? I got the feels. Is that them talking about having emotions?
Yes.
I don't know how these kids today talk, but anyway. He says, I know it's not much, but I really love it. So let's go ahead and show this beautiful sunset. Enjoy. I tell you, there's nothing like being in the right place at the right time.
Mm-hmm.
Now he gets pretty close to the surface of the water here in low light. That's kind of risky, and he's flying sideways. Look at this.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that was a little close.
Yeah, there's probably some spray coming up getting the drone.
Right, right. Yeah, don't get so caught up in your shot that you forget about what's going on around you. Those waves you can get a rogue wave that'll wipe you out. But this is beautiful.
See, I'm always videoing houses, so I don't know much about doing something like this. Is he using a filter?
He didn't mention it. I wouldn't think so. If the light is low like this, you probably don't want to use a filter.
If you're getting a sunset and pointing straight at the sun, would you? Or how would you make it look so good?
Probably use a filter then. Thank you so much for that. Do you like trains, Kelly?
I love trains.
People just love trains. I love trains. Do you like steam trains?
I do. It's my favorite kind of train.
Who doesn't? Let me hear you make a steam train sound.
Choo choo.
Yeah. Is that the sound that you made when you're trying to feed one of your kids? Here comes the train into the tunnel. This is from Norman Bland. He says, hey, Ken, a parcel is on its way to you. Yay. If you want to send me a parcel, you can too.
Make it candy. I love candy. Send candy to me at this address, and I will love you forever. Thank you.
And my coworkers too. Whenever I get candy, they'll shake the boxes that arrive here at the radio station. This is the address of the radio station where I am now. This is not my home. But they'll shake the box. They're like, Ken, you got some foreign candy. Open it up. We want to eat it. Anyway.
You don't share. I know Ken Heron. He never shares.
I do share. If I didn't share, I wouldn't fit in this chair if I didn't share. Anyway, he says, oh, it's not candy. He says, I'm sending you some foldable propellers you can destroy and film in slow motion.
Nice.
And this actually gave me an idea. Kelly, you tell me if you like this idea. I'm looking for stuff to do with my super awesome slow motion camera. So I thought, if you guys want to send me stuff to destroy and film in slow motion, you can. Make it interesting. Maybe you have some stuff from an ex-girlfriend or wife or boyfriend you want to send and destroy. I'll destroy it for you in super slow motion.
Nothing with a heartbeat, please.
Yeah. Again, send it to this address. All right. So he said, Norman says, I wondered if you might like to show some of my efforts with the Phantom 3 Standard. Here's a steam train called the Flying Scotsman. You've heard of that. It's a very famous train. And he filmed it going under a bridge with people standing on it. And they all got steamed. Check it out. Look at that.
That's awesome.
You just got steam cleaned. There's something about people that like drones like trains. Awesome.
That's cool.
You ever ridden on a steam train?
When I was a kid, my grandfather took me somewhere on a steam train, and I was so little I don't remember where it was, but that's the only time, and I'd like to do it again.
I rode on one so many years ago. And when it starts up, the wheels, they go and they slip. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Good times. Thank you, Norman Bland, for sending that in. I got one more bit of train stuff, and this is a really interesting video, and it's from River Mersey. River has sent in stuff before, and he always asks me for video tips. What do I think of the video? And I say that because I have some advice for this video, and I'm not going to try to embarrass him or anything, but I will give some advice.
Is this a critique?
It's a critique. Yes.
Okay.
Yes. So this is from River. He says, this is the world's only surviving rail transporter bridge. Such a bridge uses a platform suspended on cables from the gantry and ferries people and cargo from bank to bank. Such a platform almost skimmed across the surface of the water. It was never winched up, just winched across. While this one was originally built to carry railway cars, it was later converted to carry road vehicles. And this video was originally 15 minutes long. And that's part of what I want to talk about is brevity. And Kelly, you're well aware of consultants and the little mantras that they have. I would say with this one, less is more.
In radio, we used to use a term called word economy. Use less words, but use more emotion.
Yes, and that applies to this video as well.
Video,
So
yeah.
I cut this down from 15 minutes to about 2 minutes. So you tell me what you think. Here it is. This is the only bridge of this type still in existence. Great shots. That's the kind of thing I would see and be like, okay, let's get the drum.
Mm-hmm.
Great choice of subject matter.
Where did you say this bridge was again?
That's a good idea. Oh, it's in Warrington, UK.
Oh, wow. Ooh, you're close.
Mm-hmm. It's just sitting there rusting, falling apart. This is his best shot right here.
Love it.
It's smooth, it's flowing. There's not a lot of corrections. It looks like a manual half orbit. Very nicely done. And this was actually earlier in the video, and I reversed it to do a reveal at the end. Generally, when you start something like this, you want to show the scene in its full, if you can, from far away, and then come in, get all the detail, and then at the very end, kind of do a pullback to reveal it again for people. Now, there was a lot of stuff that I cut out that had little corrections. You know, when you're flying, it's like, just over a little bit, and then just, that is, to me, that is tune out.
Choppy.
Choppy. When I watch that stuff, I'm like, oh, and I see a great shot. I'm like, oh, please. When I'm editing these things, like, all right, just keep going. And then it's just a little correction. And it's like, oh, and you got to throw the whole thing out. Kelly, you can relate to this kind of filming for your real estate stuff, because you can't, I mean, you're trying to show a property and you can't show every little thing for like 20 minutes. You just can't. And you want to leave a little bit to the imagination. You know.
Yeah, and the cool thing about doing a video like that, keep in mind you're not live. You're not it's not one take. You can do it 10 times till you get it right.
Mm-hmm.
And the more times you do it, the more you're practicing, the better you're getting as a pilot. If you're doing an orbit and it's a little choppy, just pull back, try it again till you get it right, you know?
Right, and do a mixture of close up and far away. You know, get something where you're showing the rivets and the rust and close up and then far away. And above all, try to be smooth about the things. If you don't make the shot the first time, then go back. But when you post it to YouTube, try not to include everything, because I know when you're watching it, especially if you're a new drone pilot, everything to you looks new and fascinating, because you're doing it. And you're like, man, that looks like a movie. That looks like a movie. That looks like stuff I've seen. But you have to learn what to throw away, and it's hard to do because you created it. You're like, man, that I want to give all to everyone. But you have to use video economy, to quote a consultant. Thank you, River.
Isn't it funny? Do you ever go back and look at some of your old videos from, like, say, 2 or 3 years ago, and you see how much better you've gotten as a pilot?
Yes. Yeah. Sometimes I want to go back and delete those old videos. Yeah. But it's good to go back and watch, because then you kind of see how far you've come.
Yeah.
And
not only do you get better as a pilot, you get better as a video editor. You know.
Very true. Very true.
Yeah.
Again, if you want to send something in, if you want to critique or whatever, send it here at kenheronupload@gmail.com. Make sure it's a streaming link, and then we'll share it on the show. This one's from Richard Brown. Would you like to see a crash? Of course you would. He says, hello, Ken. I was having fun filming the water, and then I decided to fly in sport mode and didn't allow enough space to slow down. This has happened to me a few times. This is Richard Brown crashing his poor little Spark. There's no audio to this, but he picked a great location.
Surely you've got a crash sound effect somewhere.
Oh, sure. Yeah. I'll put that in.
Okay.
Yeah.
No.
Huh?
No.
Wait, oh, no, not the tree.
Slow down.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah.
At least he hit the brakes.
Yeah. I mean, you know, if the insurance adjuster comes out, you can say, well, look at the skid marks in the sky. Clearly, yeah. Thank you, Richard Brown. I know that's tough to see.
Sorry, man.
I'm going to show one more here, and then some viewer mail, which is really cool.
Oh.
This is from Nacho Rolling. He attached his 360 camera on his drone, and it's really short, but it's really cool. Check this out. This is something I'd like to do. I just dig how that looks.
That's awesome. Wow.
Isn't that beautimous?
Can't you do that with the GoPro Fusion?
Yes, you can do little worlds like that.
Okay.
I think it has a mode where you can do that.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Okay. Let's check the mailbag.
We just got a letter. 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 Wonder who it's from.
Who is it from? Well, it is from Steam Colite. Thanks, Steam. Stuff, 3D printed stuff, no less.
What?
Yes. This is really interesting. Okay. Oh, a nice little letter thing.
Nice.
All right. Oh, teeny tiny lettering. I'll have to look over my glasses like an old guy.
All right, old man.
Yeah. Dear Ken, I just wanted to write a quick note of thanks for all you do for the drone community. I thoroughly enjoy all of your videos and do my best to catch TNL as often as I can. You are an inspiration to all of us, and I wanted to give you a small token of appreciation. I hope these 3D printed valve stem covers fit your hot rod. If they don't, I can send a new set when my printer and I are back on speaking terms. I know how much you enjoy getting to drone places with history. If you ever find yourself in central Pennsylvania, you should stop at Millersburg, a small town about 40 minutes north of Harrisburg. You'll find the Millersburg Ferry. They're the last known wooden double stern wheel paddle boats still in operation in the U.S. I am looking forward to flying them when they are back in the water. Be well and fly safely. Cheers, Steam Accolade. Thank you, Steam. And I did put one of those valve stems on my car, but you know I drive so fast, and I didn't want it to fly off. But I'll show this to you right here. He made 4 of them for me. They're really cool. They're little heron birds.
Oh wow!
And you stick them on your valve stem. Isn't that cool? Here's a picture of it.
That would be so cool. It would be even cooler if I knew what a valve stem was.
It's where you put that. You really don't, Kelly?
I had no idea. I thought it was part of the engine, so it's where the air goes into the tire. Huh?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding? Have you ever put air in your tires, Kelly?
Yeah, but I didn't know that was called a valve stem.
You didn't know that was called a valve stem.
Come back. No, come back. Oh, come on. Ah, come on.
Shame on you.
You know I don't know cars.
I'm going to have to revoke your man card.
How long have you known me? I do not know cars.
Oh my goodness. Well, thank you so much for these. These are really cool. I'm going to leave this one on my wheel and see how long it stays on there.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's neat. People thinking maybe I hit a bug or a small bird. I appreciate that. Again, if you want to send me anything, you can go ahead and send it here. Ken Heron, 215 Baker Road, Huntington, Tennessee, 38344. All right.
Or you can send it to his home address, 7174.
I'm having, I'm moving right now, and I'm having some issues with Google. My new address isn't on Google Maps. You plug in my address. Yeah, if Google messed up. And I don't know how to correct a Google.
Oh, but you can, when we moved into our house a couple of years ago, ours wasn't either, and I somehow went through Google and had them loaded on there. There's a way to load it or...
Oh, to correct them, to do a correction?
Yeah, now corrections, if it's loaded on there, if it's wrong on there, corrections take forever.
Oh,
but if it's a
man.
new address, you can get that going pretty quickly.
Well, no, this house has been there since 1901.
Oh, thanks, Anubis Arts. Buy Kelly a copy of Cars for Dummies. Ha
Hey,
ha. $4.99.
we totally need that. Absolutely. Would you like to see a near miss from 400 AGL, Mel?
Nope.
Okay. Good night. Yeah, you would. This is him filming a submarine. This is the USS Batfish submarine.
Nice.
And he's just filming it. I don't know what drone he's using.
I'm not sure if the captain of that sub knew what he was doing, judging by where it's parked.
Yeah, and you'd think water would get in all those open windows. Those aren't windows. So, yeah, people are like, those aren't windows. Here, watch this. There's a mooring line. And, no.
Oh, wow.
Oh, that was a close one, wasn't it?
That was.
Thanks for sending that in, Mel.
Great job, Mel.
Yeah. So, Kelly, would you like to see a brick building? I know you would.
Mm-hmm.
You're a fan of brick buildings, aren't you?
Love them.
Well, this is from Dave M. He says, hey, Ken, I've been a subscriber for many years, but I'm still new to flying, and I just recently purchased a new computer that can handle editing video. So I've attached my video for you to put on the live stream. The centerpiece of Bibb County, Georgia, was the Bibb Manufacturing Company. Built in 1902, the mill ran over 1,000 feet long and was 75,000 square feet. I'll start the video while I tell you the rest about it. Bibb City was built to house Bibb workers. At its peak in the 1940s, the mill employed 2,500 workers and was the largest cotton mill in the United States. During World War II, the company was the largest war industry producer in Georgia. Bibb Manufacturing closed its doors on March 20th, 1998, and shortly after midnight in 2008, the mill was destroyed by a massive fire. Over 100 years of history was lost when it went up in flames and burned to the ground, leaving only the front facade. I love big rusty stuff.
Yeah, that's a great video. This is really cool stuff.
You don't see stacks built of brick anymore.
No kidding. Oh, wow.
And there's a ladder inside there, in that stack. Who would ever use that?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. Thank you for sharing that, Dave M.
Good job, Dave.
Excellent, sir. Very good.
What else we got? What else we got? I want more.
Well, you know what? It's probably time. I saw someone request it. It's probably time for a little razzmatazz. Let's go ahead and razz it up. Ladies and gentlemen, if you've never experienced the Raz before, well, this is where we just take a moment for ourselves and let the purple goo envelop us like the loving arms of a mother hen or something. Let it permeate all of your nooks and crannies and take the stress of the day away. Give yourself into the goo, the purple goo that is the razzmatazz. Kelly, thoughts?
Don't ever say give yourself into the goo ever again.
You got it, buddy.
Thanks.
And we're back. And I'll leave I'll leave it razzing in the background.
Okay.
All right. So let's see. What else did I want to talk about? There are a few things I want to talk about. Just as a quick aside, Kelly, I have a favorite TV show that I've been binge watching. And it includes something that I've never heard of. Raise your hand in the chat if you're from the UK. Okay. Have you ever heard of a show called Can't Pay, We'll Take It Away?
Can't Pay, We'll Take It Away.
Can't Pay, We'll Take It Away.
Never heard of it.
It's this show in the UK where these sheriffs go around and take people's stuff. Have you ever
Is
heard
it a reality show?
Yeah. Have you ever heard of rent arrears?
Is that when you're behind on your rent?
It's totally foreign to us Americans, and I never heard of it until a month ago when I started watching the show. Did you know in the UK, if you're behind on your rent, they can come take your stuff? Like
take your couch, take your car, take your...
Yes.
What?
Say you're behind in your rent a year, and you've accrued like thousands of dollars in back rent, right? Your landlord can then go to the high court in Britain and do this thing where they just come and they evict you that day. You have 1 hour to grab your stuff, and then they make you pay the money that you owe. They'll take your car, and they don't give you any notice. These two dudes just show up, and they're like, we got to have the money. And they start looking around your house for stuff. They'll grab your computer, your couch that you're sitting on. They'll just take your stuff. It's the craziest thing.
If they try to do that here...
Oh, there'd be a revolution.
Yes.
Isn't the craziest thing you've ever heard? What are people in the UK are saying?
Do fights ensue? What happens?
Oh, it's the best show ever because people are like, and forgive my horrible accent. They're like, we're here from the High Court, and we're here to we need 2,085 million pounds, and you got to pay it right now. And they're like, what? I didn't get a letter. There's no letter. You can't do this. And then they call the cops, and they show up, and they're like, it's the most amazing show. It's 5 seasons.
I got to write this down. What's it called again?
Can't Pay, We'll Take It Away.
All right, I'm gonna.
Yeah, but have you heard of rent arrears? It's a funny sounding word, but man, they're serious about that. What are people saying in the chat? Dan Castle says, "Ooh, I'd be fighting." See, in America, if you don't pay your rent, you're out in the street and your credit's bad, and that's it, done and done, right? They'll ruin your credit, but that's it.
Yeah, but if somebody showed up and tried to take your stuff because you're behind on your rent, you're probably going to get shot. You know what I'm saying?
I know. Yeah. We're going to take you, Dooley. The hell you are. Yeah, I mean, that's what it feels like.
That's what would happen here.
That's absolutely true, man. It's the crazy. Yes, there's Cole says there's 2 seasons on Netflix.
Oh, good.
But it's not like 1, 2, 3. It's like the first season and the 4th season. I don't know why they did that, but it's also on YouTube.
Wow.
That's just a quick aside. It blew my mind. I talked to some friends of mine in the UK. They're like, oh, yeah, that's totally true. Yeah.
Rent arrears.
They would get in a boot in their arrear from us Americans. Come on. Okay. So let's go ahead and do a viewer visit, shall we? Let's bring someone in.
What's on your mind? We'd really like to hear.
All right. This is where we just bring in a random person.
What? Off the street?
Just off the street, yeah. If you will put your Skype username in the chat, then I'll bring someone in. And we've done this about 7 times, and it's all been gold every time. We haven't had a miss.
I thought this show had a no riff-raff policy.
No, we're inviting the riff-raff in. So if you want to talk to us right now, if you want to be the viewer from the viewer visit, please just go ahead and chat your Skype username and we'll blow things up. In the meantime, here's Kelly Green with a joke.
Now, wait a minute. Are they allowed to ask us anything? When they come on this show, can they just ask us anything about anything?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, this is going to be good. I've never seen this done on your show. You say you've done it 7 times?
Yeah, and we haven't had a bad visit yet. And
we're going to start tonight.
Yeah.
Tonight will be the first bad visit.
I hope not. And whoever I pick gets a free T-shirt.
How do you decide who to pick?
I just pick someone, and I just did, and it's Robo Air. Let's go ahead and see if I can bring. No, not Robo Air. Yeah,
I don't like his name.
Yeah, the heck with that guy. Yeah, screw him. No. All right, we're gonna bring in Robo Air. Gonna give it a shot.
Oh dear.
Robert Green. Let's go ahead and add him in. All right. Make sure you have your camera turned on. Calling Robert Green. Is that your brother, Robert? Kelly Green?
Do you sweat a little bit when you do this segment?
Oh, yes,
so
especially like
risky?
right now when Robert Green is unavailable.
Oh.
All right. Let's call Anubis Arts. Sorry, Robert. Anubis Arts.
I think he had a snarky comment about my GoPro Karma earlier
Did he?
in the show.
Oh.
Anubis Arts did.
Okay.
I got to talk to this guy. Get him on right now.
All right.
I'm going to speak my mind.
TJ Grady. Bring him in.
What? What happened to Anubis Arts?
Nobody answered.
Oh.
Calling Anubis Arts. So far, we've been able to get people on. This is the first time we haven't been able to reach anybody. Here's Kelly with the joke. Oh, wait, he's here. Is he here? I think he's here.
Anubis?
Anubis, are you here? Are you here, bud?
I'm here.
Okay, now, here's the part where nobody sees you yet until I create a new shot. Let me go ahead and just very quickly tell us where you are in the world.
I am in upstate New York.
Okay.
So nobody can see him yet, right? Let me try to picture what I think he's going to look like just by the sound of his voice.
Yeah.
This should be interesting.
Go ahead, say a couple of lines. Just say anything.
Let's love upstate New York. We like to fly drones, and I like to chew my finger.
You're 35 years old. You have dark hair, bushy eyebrows, and possibly either a mustache or a beard.
You're pretty darn close.
Man, I'm trying to get him on. Kelly, feel free to talk, anything. I'm trying to do this.
How old are you, Anubis?
42.
Did you or did you not say something snarky about my GoPro Karma earlier in the show?
Negative.
Okay,
that wasn't you?
We don't see you. You're gonna have to. You have to turn your camera on, bud.
Hit that camera.
We said there he is. There he is. All right, let's see the fingers you're chomping on. Oh, he's chewing his fingers. That's disgusting. Awesome. Well, thanks for being on the show. Let me go ahead and no, I got it. Okay, you guys chat amongst yourselves. I gotta fix this.
That is exactly how I pictured you, man.
Oh, good. I'm glad I impressed.
You know who he looks like, Ken? He looks like Jeff Sills' long-lost brother. Wait a minute, who's this guy?
Oh, we got another person. Hold on.
What?
Hold on.
You're letting too much riffraff in now.
Yeah, you gotta turn off the show in the background. Okay.
I'm getting claustrophobic. There's so many people in here.
There we go. Now I have everybody in here. Now, just go ahead and turn your camera so we landscape it. Landscape it, sir, if you don't mind. There we go. We got that. Okay, now leave it landscape because I'm gonna have to fix this. Hold on a second. Oh gosh. Okay, now we got 2 Kellys. We don't need 2 Kellys.
We need
I don't know why.
Kellys.
I don't know why this is happening like this. There we go. Why is it doing that? That's crazy. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna change.
Robert Green. Raise your hand if you're Robert Green.
I'm
Robert, what state are you in?
There we go. Fixed it.
State of confusion.
Wait, we have another person?
Yes. Texas?
Yes.
And Anubis, you're in New Jersey?
Oh, wait, we can't. That's too many. That's too many people.
It rang and I hit answer. So.
Okay, what is your Skype username?
Robert.green40.
Robert.green40. Okay, I'm going to try to... Oh, man. See, now...
You got a whole lot going on.
Yeah, that's too much. My head is about to explode. Okay, there we go. Okay, there's them.
That's
I'm going to have to
Robert.
do it this way. I'm going to have to flip back and forth. All right. So who do you have next to you, sir? Who's that with the cool glasses on?
Oh, which glasses? No, this is my daughter, Kylie.
Hi, Kylie.
Hey, are you a drone flyer?
No.
Why not? It's cool.
She's subject matter.
Oh, okay. Are drones not cool enough for you?
I didn't say that.
Yeah, you did, I think. What kind of drone does your dad fly?
I don't. Oh.
A Mavic Pro.
A Mavic Pro.
Nice. And where are you in the world?
Texas.
What part?
Austin.
Oh, you're right over around there like that.
Have you ever heard of Lufkin, Texas? That's where Ken and I used to live.
Yeah, Lufkin, Texas. You'll know you're there because it smells like poo because of the paper factory. That is a fact. It smells bad because of the paper factory.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. Do you ever smell a town that has a paper mill?
No.
Don't. Yeah. All right. So I think this is blowing up my my little show here. So we're gonna have to thank you very much for being on.
Yeah.
We appreciate you. I'm gonna have to hang up with you guys. You cool glasses, both of you.
We'll do it again another night.
Yeah, we'll do it again. All right. And bye to you.
Bye, Robert. Bye, Kylie.
Okay. So now, what were their names? It was Robert Green. Was that?
Robert Green and his daughter Kylie.
Boom. Okay. Now we're back over here.
That's Anubis.
Anubis. Okay. I think you have another source going. I can hear an echo.
No, just
No?
be in a room.
Okay. I'm going to blame Robert for that one then. Okay.
Anubis is in New York.
If you have headphones now, that would be cool to put those on because I'm getting an echo.
Are we good now? Can you no echo?
Ah, there we go. No echo. Awesome. Now you're in New York?
Correct.
What part of New York?
Upstate, Syracuse area.
I lived in Syracuse.
Nice.
Did you know that?
I did not.
Yeah, I worked at a radio station. Man, I wish I could remember the name of it. Wait, it's written on my arm. It's one of those. This is all the radio stations I've worked. Do you remember the Beaner and Ken show? Now he can't hear us. Can you hear me?
Oh, I'm trying.
Can you hear me?
A little bit, yeah. I'm trying to keep the echo down, but still hear you.
Oh, that's okay. Do you remember a show on the morning radio called The Beaner and Ken Show?
Unfortunately, I do not.
Look at Kelly. Kelly, you're so you stop being jealous of
I don't
Beaner.
think Kelly wants to remember either.
Kelly's so jealous of my old morning show partner.
No, that was your second best show you ever did.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yep. Definitely. That's me being sincere. So, is there a lot of snow on the ground there? I know when I lived there, it was just
actually,
nothing.
We're finally starting to thaw. Hallelujah.
Okay. And what kind of drone do you have, sir?
I have a Mavic Pro, DJI Inspire 2, and the Mavic 4 Pro.
Whoa. So
that's a fleet.
Yeah, you have a fleet.
Try a little here. Drone for every situation.
Do you have a business? Are you a photographer? What do you do for a living?
Actually, I sell liquor for a living, and drone on the side just for fun.
And you never mix the two?
Oh God, no.
Okay, good. By the way, I have to say, Arthur Pettit, you gotta stop with the money. You have to stop. You're not allowed to super chat anymore. You're taking away the opportunity for others to super chat, and that's just not fair. But thank you.
This guy's bank account.
He's awesome. I love him. Thank you, Arthur. Appreciate it. Not even a comment. Just there's money. Thank you. Man, that makes me so
right
happy.
there.
He's a good man. And he's got good hair too. I've seen a picture of him. So
no contest there.
That wasn't a dig on you. Trust me. So you sell liquor. Do you have a liquor store, or is it in your trunk, out of a van? Is there a secret knock?
Still?
Let's go with all the above. No, I work for a distributor, so I sell Diageo products. So I have your Captain Morgan's,
Oh.
Tanqueray, Kettle One, all the fun stuff.
Tanqueray. Man, that'll twist your evening up, won't it?
It'll make for a good night.
Yeah. So of all the liquors that you sell, which is the most flammable?
Oh boy, we got a few.
Okay. And what's that in the background I see? There's something furry on the shelf. What is that?
That's his beard.
No, the other way. The other way.
Oh.
That white thing. What is that, a plant?
Oh, yeah. But next to your printer.
Yeah, what
That's
is that?
his Christmas tree.
Oh, are you kidding me?
Yeah, it's still a white Christmas tree somewhere. Yeah, right there it is.
You still have your Christmas tree up?
I'm a little slow.
Dude, come on, really?
It's March.
Oh, Merry Christmas
I
to
don't have
you.
to take it out in 7 months.
Does it have the lights on it?
Yeah, they're built right in, so we're good to go.
You've got to plug it in. I insist that you plug it in.
All right, let's give it a shot.
We need some razzmatazz from that tree.
Yeah, let's plug that Christmas tree in. What month is it, Kelly?
March.
March. There we go. Oh, the Christmas spirit is alive and well.
Look at that.
Oh, man. Man, you're going to wake up Santa with all that light. He is hibernating right now. Tell me you're a single guy.
No, married, wife and 2 kids.
There's a wife that says, yeah, Christmas tree is okay.
It's in my office, so she doesn't care.
Oh, okay. Is that safe?
Man cave.
Safe space is your office. You can do what
Safe
you.
space for me.
Okay, I have one of those. She'd be like, you can do what you want in there. I don't care. I don't have to see it. You keep the door shut.
It's the only room I get.
Okay, very cool. So, so have you been watching Thursday Night Live for a while and my channel?
6 months now.
Okay, you're
a little slow.
Thank you very much for supporting the channel. What can I do?
It's great.
And I have to ask everybody, what can I do to make the channel better for you?
Honestly, you do great. I mean, your participation with everybody, how much you respond to everyone is phenomenal. So I love the channel. That's why I keep coming back.
Oh, man, thank you so much. That's real nice.
Definitely.
Now, what do you think of Kelly's shirt?
Needs a little more pink.
Nubis, I've known Ken for 25 plus years. I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask me anything you want to know about Ken right now.
Oh man, I think we're breaking up. I think we're breaking up, Kelly. Kelly's gone.
Huh?
Oh, no, how often does he trim his ear hairs?
Not often enough, brother.
You know,
not often enough.
That's a funny story. I had a girlfriend named Holly. Kelly, you remember Holly?
Mm-hmm.
I have one ear hair that grows like straight out on this ear. Like it grows every month, and Holly used to pluck it for me, and I've not dating her anymore, so I totally forget about it. It gets really long, and the only time I know to pluck it is when I can feel it blowing in the wind. That's a true story. Is that too much sharing?
Our listenership just dropped by 50%.
Yeah, I'm watching. It's like, I'm out. Ear hair. That's it. That's all I can handle. Southern Rail Fanning. $2 super chat in the spirit of Arthur. Thank you. Everybody's doing their Arthur impression. Thank you. I'm assuming rail fanning, is that someone who's a fan of the rails? I'm going to show a picture of something that I desperately want, and I want your thoughts about this, okay? This is called the Rail Rider, and it's a bicycle for 2 that you ride on abandoned railroad tracks, and I really want one. What do you think about that?
Nubis, does that have head-on collision written all over it?
Our railroad tracks haven't been open for 20 years, so it would be great here.
Oh,
Same
man.
here.
I don't know why I'm geeking out over it. Those are 17-inch polymer wheels. It just looks like something that would be really cool to do. You can get in interesting places that you'd have to walk otherwise. I just really want one.
Oh, it's a 2-seater. I just noticed that.
Yeah, 2-seater. And it only weighs 100 pounds, so that, if a train does find you, you can take that thing off with your Hulk strength.
Unless you're on a bridge.
Unless you're on a bridge, and then you're screwed. Yeah. Anyway, it's $2,000. I probably won't get one.
Yeah, you will.
Yeah, you're right. I will totally get one. Yeah. All right. Well, hey, thanks for being on with us. I really appreciate your support of the channel, my friend. We're going to let you
Thank
go.
you very much, guys.
Get back to celebrating the time of the season.
Sounds great. Thanks,
All
guys.
right.
Thanks,
Awesome.
Nubis.
Thanks, man. Well, it was
Thank you.
another successful viewer visit.
Yeah, that's an awesome idea. That's really cool. I think we missed some super chats too.
Oh, we did. From who? From who? From who? Gary Bearded Drone Pilot. 4-pound super chat. Thank you so much. Robo Air, thanks for having us on for a few. Kylie was stoked. Oh, okay. She looks
cool.
stoked, man. Those are really cool glasses. You know, girls her age, and I'm talking like teenagers or however old she is, they're not always fans of glasses.
Over the years and more recently, they've become more of a stylish thing. They're kind of more popular than contact lenses are.
Yeah, and she was really pulling it off too.
Yeah.
I remember when I was young, girls especially, did not want to wear glasses. Of course, when I was young, there was big, huge 80s glasses. That's, they're not like cool like they are now.
Yep, they're fashion.
Yep. Well, I guess that's about it for today. I don't know. Did I forget anything? Did that? No. Did the Raz, the viewer visit, made fun of Kelly? I think I checked all the boxes.
Viewer video of the week?
The viewer video of the week. Yes, I think that is all that's left. And this is pretty astonishing stuff. This is from Dan Maybe. He says, "Hello, Ken. I can't thank you enough for everything you do for the drone community. One of my biggest goals since I found your amazing channel has been to create a video worthy enough to be deemed viewer video of the week. Well, congratulations to you. I know it's a crazy thought about an abandoned couch on the shoreline of a lake making an interesting video, but I believe I actually pulled it off. I don't know any history on this salty leather couch that sits on the shoreline of the Great Salt Lake, other than I was on Google Maps, a pin showed up, and I clicked on it. As far as I can tell, this couch has been sitting there since October 2018, possibly longer. I wasn't sure if it was still there, so I sent my son out there to investigate. So this short clip is my son's journey to the salty leather couch. I hope that you enjoy. By Dan Maybe. And this is the viewer video of the week. Enjoy. And it just happens to be in a beautiful location.
Wow, look at that.
Miles of nothing, and then a couch.
I would love to know the backstory.
I would think that someone put it there. It didn't just float up. Some good drone work.
Yeah.
And hats off to the son for volunteering to get his Chuck Taylors wet. I don't know if I'd do that.
He's walking on water. How's he do that?
We need to check him for stigmata.
Wow, look at the mountains back there.
That's what I'm talking about. And the reflection. This is great. It's just a dude walking out to a couch, but when you do it in such beauty like this.
Yeah, you gotta sit on it. You gotta lay down on it. Yes.
And I thought, oh, he's getting all wet, but it's a leather couch, so I don't think it soaked up the water too much.
That's awesome.
Would you walk out there and do that?
Sure, absolutely.
It's been there a while. People have graffitied it.
That's awesome.
It's just such a unique video, man.
It had to just float up or something.
That's a long way to haul a couch out.
Yes.
How about that? Very, very good. That is from Dan Maybe, a.k.a. the droning veteran. Much appreciated. Kelly, is there anything you'd like to say while we still have 20 viewers? Anything else?
Thanks for having me back, man.
You bet. Can you come back next week?
No, I can't do that, but I appreciate you having me this week.
Dude.
Thank you so much.
Okay. I know that Dana is busy next week, and Chris Rollins
Chris Rollins can do it. Yeah.
Chris Rollins is having a baby, in case you didn't know.
I saw his big announcement last week.
Yeah, so he's busy with that stuff, and so you're kind of my last choice. So I'm hoping that will you come back again? You know I love you, man. You know I do.
Okay.
All right, good.
I'm back.
Well, that's about it for today.
We hope you enjoyed the show half as much as you would have if it had been twice as good.
Thanks to all of our guests today. The viewer visit, much appreciated. That was Anubis, right? Anubis Arts. Thank you so much. Big thanks to Scottie Macpherson from Scotty Makes Stuff. Thank you again, Arthur Pettit, with another $20 last minute. My goodness. I don't understand it, but I appreciate it. Thank you, sir. You are awesome. You are awesome. Kelly, thanks for taking time to co-host. And make sure you tell people about this stream. Thanks for watching. Thanks for subscribing. Until next time, and
bye.
enjoy pigeon jerky. Pigeon jerky, the killer can process meat. I enjoy pigeon jerky. Pigeon jerky, and you give your family a treat. It's got much nutrition to help them grow, and it's full of fiber to make them grow. You enjoy pigeon jerky. Pigeon jerky, a killer can process meat. Yeah. That was so funny.